Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is March 8th, 2025, and we are looking at Proverbs chapter 8. Proverbs chapter 8 is the one chapter that really drives the point home that wisdom is the Holy Spirit. You can see it clearly in verse 22 all the way through the end of the chapter. But we're going to look at verse 1 today. Verse 1 in Proverbs chapter 8 says this: "Doesn't wisdom call out? Doesn't understanding make her voice heard?" You know, I don't know how many times in my life I've heard people say, I've said myself, you know, if God would just talk to me, I'd know. It'd be easier if I could just hear his voice. If there was a real connection, then it would be much easier. And we're told that by Paul that the world knows about God through creation, the groanings. You know, it is real. It is precise. But here's the thing, guys, and it's absolute. Doesn't wisdom call out? Doesn't understanding make her voice heard? You know when things are right and when things aren't. And it's not just, you know, I have a moral compass, because even the people with the best moral compass in the world struggle with life, right? But wisdom calls out, screams out, and says, Jay, Stitch, you have a calling. You have a purpose. You need to do X, or you need to do Y, or you need to do Z. Don't do that, or you need to go here. Now, the reality is, in the beginning of hearing those things, it's really hard to believe that's God. That makes absolutely no sense at all. I don't understand that. I shouldn't do that. I have experiences all the time where I have this innate knowing. And I act on it. Sometimes I have no idea why I did it. None whatsoever. But I acted on it. And I have to believe that it was maybe just a test to see if I would do it. There have been times where I've had to do something and it actually put me in a dangerous position. And yet, the outcome in the end turned out for the better for all around. Just yesterday, we were leaving coffee and prayer, getting ready to head back home. And all of a sudden, I'm going, I don't get it. My wife said, what? I said, we got to go straight this light. She's gotten to the point where she says, okay, because she knows that the Spirit is calling out. The understanding is making her voice heard to me. Now, you want that. You do. You want that. It is difficult sometimes. I ended up at a park yesterday. Parked in the parking lot. My wife stayed in the car. I had to walk. I walked the park and I prayed. And God shared a little with me. I've got more that I need, but He'll give those pieces as I need them. But you want that. You want to be able to hear His voice, right? Solomon said, wisdom calls out. Understanding might make her voice heard? No. It says understanding makes her voice heard. Guys, you hear the Holy Spirit all the time. The difference between someone who knows it and someone who just wishes is simple. It's what do you do with it when you hear it? Well, how do I know, Stitch? How do I know? Start practicing. When you get it wrong, and when it's not really the Holy Spirit, there will be consequences, and you'll learn that those things that are indicators. You'll have successes and you'll have failures. The failures will have indicators in them about, nope, that wasn't God. And the successes will have indicators in them that will say, yep, that was God. And you'll start to learn the voice. I didn't get here overnight, and I have a long ways to go because I don't always discern it well. And I keep learning the lessons, and I'm grateful for that. But again, I'm telling you, and Solomon says it, you want to hear the voice. You need to hear the voice. And the good news is, whether you want to or not, wisdom is calling out. Understanding is making her voice heard. Today, you have a new opportunity. Listen. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.